We thought it would never happen. A war no one could win. An ending written in fire, in ash, in silence. But the countdown never stopped. And now, we face the question no one wants to answer. What happens if nuclear war continues? And what happens ... after the last bomb falls? This is not science fiction. This is the future we are racing toward. August 6, 1945, the city of Hiroshima is flattened in a blinding fire. A single bomb, little boy, heralded the dawn of a new era, an age where humanity now held the power to end itself. After Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the arms race began. The United States and the Soviet Union amassed thousands of nuclear warheads, playing a global game of brinkmanship. Peace was maintained not by trust, but by the fear of mutual destruction. The world teetered for decades. Cuban Missile Crisis, Korean War, Vietnam, Middle East standoffs, each a spark that nearly ignited the world. Treaties tried to slow the spread, but even peace became politicized. As the Cold War ended, the nuclear club grew. Pakistan, India, North Korea, Iran, the weapons multiplied. The old treaties rusted. And in the shadows, rogue actors waited for the perfect moment. The world is armed with over 12,000 nuclear weapons. One wrong move, one misinterpreted signal, one act of vengeance, and the skies will burn. The world has never been more fragile. It begins not with a scream, but with silence. A radar ping, an infrared streak over the Arctic. A satellite misreads a launch drill. In less than 3 minutes, red lights flash across continents. And then, Washington, Moscow, London, Beijing. The first wave hits in 30 minutes. Fireballs brighter than the sun erase entire cities. Winds blow at hurricane speeds. Steel melts. Skyscrapers vanish in the blink of an eye. The sound is unbearable, then suddenly gone. Those far from ground zero don't see cities anymore. They see nothing. Communications are severed. Power grids collapse. GPS fails. Civilization goes dark. Retaliation comes fast. Automated systems launch on warning doctrines. Submarines rise from the deep. Silo doors crack open. Within an hour, 400 warheads fill the skies. No one knows who fired first anymore. Survivors crawl from shelters, eyes wide at a world turned to ash. Fallout clouds spread across continents. Rain turns black. The sun disappears behind radioactive smoke. This is no longer war. It is extinction. Within 48 hours, smoke from 1,000 burning cities blots out the sky. Ash clouds rise into the stratosphere, where winds spread them across the globe. What was once morning now feels like midnight. Firestorms ignite across urban centers. Walls of flame devour everything in their path. Superheated winds tear through buildings. There is no escape. Oxygen itself becomes fuel. The fallout does not care about nations. Clouds carry radioactive dust across oceans. Children thousands of miles away vomit blood. Crops rot in the soil. The air itself becomes poison. Hospitals overflow. Governments fall silent. Global banking, shipping, and communication collapse overnight. Borders become battlegrounds. In less than a week, modern civilization ceases to function. And then, silence. The great cities lie in ruins. Forests burn unchecked. Billions lie dead. The survivors, scattered and starving, begin to realize this is not the end of war. This is the end of everything. Soot and ash now blanket the skies. Temperatures drop by 10, 20, even 30 degrees. Sunlight barely pierces the atmosphere. What remains of Earth is plunged into twilight. For years. With no sun, there are no crops, no food. Farm animals die. Ocean life collapses. In every corner of the Earth, the hunger begins, and soon after, the violence. Bodies are left unburied. Water sources are tainted. Without medicine, diseases from centuries past return. Cholera, typhus, radiation sickness. Cities become graveyards with no names. Forests die. Coral reefs bleach. Birds vanish. Insects, unable to adapt, disappear. The great biosphere collapses, not in a single explosion, but in a slow planetary sigh. Without food, without light, without order, governments vanish. Satellites fall from the sky. The last radio signals fade. There are no countries anymore. Only survivors and silence. Only a fraction survive. Scattered tribes of humans hiding in bunkers, caves, or deep mountain valleys untouched by the blast. Cut off, cold, alone. They are not rebuilding. They are enduring. Where civilization once stood, warlords now rule. Ancient weapons are scavenged. Radiation-poisoned land becomes disputed territory. Justice is dead. Power lives in brutality. Books burn for warmth. Satellites fall silent. Entire languages disappear as generations grow up in darkness. The memory of what came before, electricity, flight, cities, becomes folklore. Though scorched, the earth is not dead. Over decades, nature tiptoes back. Grass cracks through pavement. Vines curl around skyscrapers. The animals that remain evolve in silence. Among the ashes, new myths arise. Stories of gods who burned the sky, of towers that touched the heavens, of demons who spoke through glowing mirrors. They are not told as history, but as warnings. Centuries pass. Winds erase footprints. The last ruins crumble. Civilization, once loud and luminous, is now a whisper on the wind. The earth, scarred but alive, turns slowly beneath a pale sun. In a corner of the world, something stirs. A group finds an old generator, a forgotten book, a solar panel that still works. Light flickers in the dark. A child learns to read, the first sentence written in 100 years. Deep beneath the earth, a server hums, forgotten by time. An AI remains active, preserving fragments of human knowledge, mathematics, medicine, language, waiting for a listener. If humanity rises again, will they remember? Or will history repeat itself, fire by fire, war by war? The warnings were written, but will they be read? Will they understand what we lost and why? This is not prophecy. This is possibility. The future has not been written. Not yet. From silence can rise song. From ash can bloom forest. But the clock still ticks. The fire can still return. Unless we choose otherwise. If this story moved you, then let it move others. Share this video with someone. A friend. A group. A generation. Because this is not just a warning. It's a reminder. And if you believe the world needs to see it, subscribe. The future is still unwritten. Together, we decide how it ends.